What is going on with my mic? Hmm. Speech, camera, voice. Can you guys hear me at all? Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh, really? Were you guys able to hear me this whole you weren't able to hear me this whole time? It looks like it wasn't. Hold on, I gotta check something before I keep going. Give me a second. Oh no. Check something. Oh. Alrighty then. Let's do that again. Wow. Uh it's been a busy week for sure, and today's news didn't make it any easier. So yeah, welcome to another stream. In case you guys didn't know or weren't aware that Stadia is shutting down, we got an official blog post on the Google whatever blog main blog, and yeah, you got until January 18th to play the games that you have on the service, and you'll be able to get your money back if you bought games, software, or hardware. You'll be able to get that money back. You won't be able to get the pro membership back, unfortunately. But that's all good. You were paying for the, as far as I see it, I was paying for the service to be able to do that. So I'm okay with that. But yeah, I should be able to get a pretty good amount of money back. Probably over 1,000. Let me change this, man. I feel compelled to switch back to um my old setup because it's been messing me up a bunch recently. So yeah, so this Hot Wheels Unleashed was a surprise pro game, I guess yesterday, and you still be able to claim it. I don't know. So I have a before I move on, before I start playing the game. By the way, if you want to join me, let me know. I know some of you guys might need to take some time off to kind of let the information kind of sink in a little bit. I'm okay, whatever, it is what it is. So I can still use it. I'll still be able to play it until January. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna enjoy it as much as I can, play some of the games that I've been trying to that I haven't even launched. So we can do that, and then hopefully with the money that we get back, we'll buy some games on either Steam or Amazon Luna, or you just pay for the GFN subscription. We'll see. So there's still options. Not the best options in my opinion, but we still have options. So uh, hopefully we can kind of find a groove on and keep this community going um, for the time being. But yeah, so we do still have I still have 3 streams tomorrow, Friday. The first one is going to be the news show. Obviously, we're going to discuss this in depth tomorrow once everybody has a chance to read the news and let it sink in and all that. We'll have a news show tomorrow. I don't know what it's going to change to, but I'm going to keep doing it until I feel it's no longer it makes no longer makes sense. And also in the afternoon, Megu's going to try to play some different games. So we'll see if she can find a game that she enjoys with the party stream feature. And then Friday night, was actually midnight on Saturday, we're going to do the Caring from the Clouds charity stream. And originally the gift was going to be a standard game on Stadia, but obviously you can't do that anymore because you can't purchase games anymore. So the John, the coordinator, is that the word? Coordinator of the event, is going to be giving out $50 Amazon gift cards, and so that's the plan for the giveaway. So still remember, you can go to redcross.org/donate if you want to donate and enter the giveaway. I mean, it could be $1, it could be 50 cents, whatever the amount is. As long as you donate, send me the gift card I have instructions on YouTube and on the community channel for this YouTube, I mean on Twitter and the community channel for YouTube. And so there's instructions there if if you want to enter the giveaway. If not, just come in, hang out. Obviously, the worry is that we might not be able to claim the pro games. That maybe Hot Wheels was the last game to show up. We don't know. But if in the event that I can't do the pro games, then what I'll do is I'll go down to my game library, and any games that I haven't launched, we'll play those for about 15-30 minutes and see if at least I can showcase those off before anything before canceling or anything like that, if that made sense. So yeah, welcome to Let's Play. I intentionally, how come it's giving me a window? Look, that's weird. That'd be hilarious if it didn't play. But people would definitely be mad if it just stopped playing all of a sudden. But nope, it's still working. So yeah, what I'm thinking is I'm gonna keep playing Stadia. I'm gonna keep doing Stadia streams until the very last day, and then I've already been talking about this for the last month since I came back from my military training. So I'm doing Amazon Luna right now, playing games on there, and so that was supposed to be September, but I'm gonna wait until my the 1 month subscription expires, and then I'm gonna do GFN 3080 tier for the next month, and then after GFN, I'm gonna do xCloud and then PlayStation Premium, I think it's what it's called, and then we'll try some of the other stuff like Boosteroid and Shadow. So we try some of those. I do have a few games on like Steam, Epic, Amazon Prime, those types of stores. So so I should still be able to have plenty of games to play once Stadia is no longer available. But yeah, man, I mean, my Twitter was going off. I mean, people were going back 6-7 months looking for when I was defending Stadia. People saying that it's gonna die, and I was saying no, bet or whatever. I guess people have nothing better to do. I don't know if I would do the same thing though. I don't know if I'm not saying I'm better than them or anything, but it's just interesting how people spend their time. Let's see. Let's try. I saw an S tier. Performance and handling. Handling is bad, and then you can't really up those guys. Yeah, I guess we'll go with this one. Let's see how this one performs. I don't know what track it is. China. Oh, it's the muddy one. So yeah, it is what it is. We're just gonna enjoy the platform. We're gonna keep playing it, keep streaming it, hanging out with you guys. I mean, the biggest thing, the biggest challenge after Stadia is no longer available is doing community multiplayer events. You know what I mean? So Stadia made it very easy to do that. I don't know if Amazon offers multiplayer. GFN uses kind of like the PC version of it, so everybody would have to be on the same platform. See, that's the thing. That's the beautiful thing about what Stadia was trying to do, is that it made people getting together easier. You know what I mean? And so, what are we going to be able to use to replace that doesn't cost $500 and a subscription? Because right now, Xbox and PlayStation. You have to buy the console, you have to buy the game, and then you still have to pay to be able to do multiplayer. You know what I mean? Seems just like a lot, and that's probably one of the main reasons why I wasn't a gamer before Stadia, because it just financially didn't make sense. I wasn't playing enough. I wasn't playing at all, but which means enough to justify that kind of investment on something that, like I said, is able to just sit there and collect the dust. Oh no. But like I said, we still have options. Not the best options, but It's not a lost cause yet. Somebody's gonna come along and it's gonna make it, a lot better decisions, marketing wise, business wise, to be able to make something like Stadia work. A cloud only platform, you know. See, everybody assumed, including myself, that because Google has such a huge foothold on the cloud industry, on the cloud in general, that it was going to be an easy plug and play type of operation. But if you don't put in the TLC that it needs, it just can't grow, you know. And they must have seen that. They must have seen, okay, well, we're the best technology-wise in the industry right now, and we're not growing as fast as we want to. So they must have just said, what's the point, you know. Plus, overall, Google is kind of what do they do? They're kind of consolidating. They're trying to, keep investors happy. Which technically, I'm a Google investor. I do have money in the market, and one of those companies is Google, Nvidia, Microsoft. I don't think I have Sony. I had Nintendo, and I sold it recently. After kind of we did some good gains, but the market just started kind of dropping for everybody. I'm not even close. Okay, what's the best car for this track? Yeah. All right. What's the best? This car didn't do well. Or was it me? You think it was me? It could have been me. Let's change cars anyways. Let's see if we can do better with another one. You get credit just for racing it? You get one of those little markers on the thing. Nope. Let's try. Yeah, my phone was going off. We got all kinds of people streaming and kind of putting their 2 cents in. Handling. Do I need one that's performance or handling? I think I used this one before, but it's a little bit too powerful, I think. So we can try it. There was I did a stream was that Tuesday on Amazon Luna with the Lost Judgment, and that was a good game. So I'll probably continue that. Ooh, this thing is pretty powerful. Kind of hard around the corners, but. Oh no, fourth place. The hand is pretty good. Just gotta get better at it. How do I catch up? I always hit the walls on this one. Oh, that's a tough turn. And everybody's right behind me. Am I not pushing the right button? What is going on? How come I'm not drifting the way I'm... I guess the drift on this one is not as good. Oh, the drift. Is it A or B to drift? I don't remember. I gotta try B right now. Yeah, it is B. I've been pushing the wrong button. Well, that explains it. That's because there's so many games change the drift button. How did I go from 4th to 11? Maybe by hitting walls like that. Ugh, I'm sucking on this one. I was doing better without drifting. I got too dependent on the drift. It turns nicely. Yeah, actually the drift is what's messing me up. Okay. Okay. Oh no, I'm done. I'm done. Hey Michelle, how you doing? Have you heard the news? It's a big thing this morning in the Stadia community. The platform that I've been promoting this whole time is shutting down. Yup, shutting down in January. So it's the last time that I'll be able to play these games. But they're giving us our money back, so I guess that's good. I don't know how many... Ooh, snap. Bro, I am sucking. I don't know how much money I put in on the software side, on the game side. About a bunch of games. But I also paid... Let me do the math real quick. Hold up. I started paying for Pro in April, but those first 2 months were free. So April, May. So May 20, so 2 years, that's 24 plus 4 months, so 29, let's say 30 months. Times 10. 300. So I'm probably going to get like $1,300 back. Big money. Which news, guess what? Yeah. So this platform that I'm playing on right now, it's dead. It's Google, man. It's Google. They I guess they're famous for quitting on projects early, which I think it is early. I mean, they're in 22 countries, but there's so many more countries where it could have benefited from. I just don't understand how they justified it. It was doing so good in my eyes, but they have numbers, we don't, so we can only speculate. Let me try a different one. Different track. It sucks. A lot of people are upset. Especially because the main guy, the president, we rarely ever heard from him. And then the first time we hear from him in like 2 years is so he can tell us that they're shutting it down. And I'm sure it wasn't up to him. I'm sure he's got bosses that he just couldn't keep happy. But still, somebody, the buck's got to stop somewhere. There's other gaming platforms. So I still got the Switch, obviously. So I'll play some games on there. There's Amazon Luna. There's GFN, GeForce Now, which is online. On the cloud. But I just don't have a lot of games on those platforms. And with Amazon Luna, it has like 300 games, but they're not. You have to pay separate for. So they have different channels, and you pay per channel. And the main channel is $10, which isn't bad. It's the same as Luna. But then some of the other channels, they add up, like $4 here, $5 there. And I don't want to be paying $50 a month for games that it'll be equivalent to this, because the whole thing with Stadia is that even once you claim the game, you have them forever, right? Well, if it's not around, and that just means that that investment wasn't what we thought it was when we were paying for it. So now we got to go into that knowing that Luna is going to take games out, and you know what I mean. I guess with Luna you can download the data. You can download the game data so that if it goes away, you can still play it on the computer somehow. But you would have to buy the games to be able to put that data in the game. So I don't know. It's just one of those things where it happens. I'm sure it's not the first service that shut down that made us a bunch of people sad, and and you know, I'm sure there's some that didn't even return the money back, but yeah, it's interesting. So that means it must have been cheaper to give everybody their money back than to continue the service. So it makes me wonder how much money they were losing if that's the case. You know what I mean? But we'll have it for Christmas. We'll have it for Thanksgiving. So I still plan to do streams and play it until then. And I mentioned in my other streams that, not to turn negative, but I was getting better quality from Luna anyways. So I was hoping that eventually Stadia would come to Hawaii, and therefore would get rid of these pixelations that comes in and out. But so now Luna has a quality, but they have to work on their latency here and there. It's not that bad. I really haven't noticed it too much recently, but I can't really play it on my phone that well. It doesn't work on 5G that good. But sad, yeah. Ah, no. Stop hitting me, guys. It is what it is. I mean, technically, anytime you buy a new console, you get that old console is dead. You can't keep it. You can still play it, but the support eventually stops. So that's one way to look at it. But I was saying earlier that you should have seen how many people came back on Twitter. My Twitter was going off. That's why I was still sleeping when the news dropped, and so I heard my phone go boom, ding, 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 and I'm like, ooh, what's going on? So then I tuned in to one of the guys that streams, Rock. Rock came in here a few times. So you might remember him, ROKK, and he had a live stream going on when he found out. So I was listening, and then my phone was going crazy from all the haters, all the Stadia haters finally saying, "See, I told you so. I told you so. How you doing, man?" What's funny is that they'll pretend like they're checking up on you. They just want to gloat. It's so funny for people that don't play Stadia. They find out about Stadia news quick. You know what I mean? It's almost like there was a bigger marketing drive to kill Stadia than there was to keep it alive. You know what I mean? The Stadia haters out advertised the Google people, and they have the search engine, so it's not a small feat. Hey, Geek the Sneak, how you feeling about the news? You're a Luna player already, anyways, right? So you already have a backup. Yeah, I mean, I still like Animal Crossing. It's just there's only so much you can do in a game after so long. You know what I mean? I definitely, with 2,000 hours in, I definitely kind of burned through all the possibilities. Yeah, you have consoles too, yeah? Yeah, the only console I have is the Switch. So, and the Switch has a bunch of games, and I can play it on my computer here, and I can play it on the TV, and I can play it on the go. So it's not that far off from Stadia, but I don't know. I don't know. What is the appeal? Because I never thought about buying the Switch before Stadia. So what was it about Stadia that made me got me so into it? And even with two Switches, I still don't feel that kind of that drive. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. Because it's new, maybe? The community? I'm just disappointed with Google. Yeah, Google definitely dropped the ball a couple times, man. And I'm in, like, main Google, I don't even know if they even were paying attention. You know? I don't know if they were paying attention to the community, paying attention to the Stadia team. So I guess once you're that big, you know, only big things can get your attention. It wasn't, I don't know if it was a game, because Animal Crossing was a game for me on the Switch. Was it a game? Yeah, I don't know. I'm a technology guy, so maybe I'm going to say maybe the technology is probably the biggest appeal, that you can just play with old equipment. Because even when I downloaded, you know, Call of Duty is free, and it's like the biggest game in the world right now. I downloaded it. It wouldn't play on my computer. I never even thought about upgrading it so I can play it. It wasn't even one of those, you know what I mean? It wasn't even a consideration. But when I found out about Google, I got a friend named Google. When I found out about Google Stadia and started playing it, and you know, I got the first 2 free months. I'm like, oh, I'm not a gamer, so I'm just gonna try it for these 2 months and then see what happens. And after that, I was all in. Started streaming because of Google Stadia. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe because I enjoy streaming so much, and it was because Google Stadia that I started streaming, that I just kind of connected the two. You know, because even when I wasn't doing great on Stadia, but I was doing really good with Animal Crossing, I would still throw in 1 or 2 Stadia streams. You know what I mean? So it's probably the appeal, or not the appeal, but the perception that I found this platform, this Stadia streaming kind of platform, not Stadia, YouTube streaming platform. I mean, I was already uploading videos, but you don't have that kind of connection with people like you do with when you stream. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like me and Michelle are like besties, even though I've never met her. Even though, you know what I mean? We go a few months sometimes without talking to each other. So I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. You know. And then there's a lot of friends after the. Oh snap! Oh, how come I'm going so fast now? Did I do something? I met a bunch of people on the Stadia community now. That's probably is kind of keeping me. Everybody's kind of motivated about it. Everybody's, you know, celebrate and plans around Stadia. So maybe that's what it is. Which is kind of sad that, you know, Google doesn't realize that by killing Stadia, they're killing the Stadia community. You know, I mean, hopefully that's not true, but you know, right now I'm sure that's how it feels for a lot of people. I can't imagine how you can build a community around, let's say, Luna, when there's no social features, when you can't, you gotta use Discord, that's why there's no real PC community, I don't feel, because it's the same thing. It's like, it's per game basis. So if there's a community in the PC world, it's mostly because of the individual games, like, you know, Call of Duty, there's a bunch of people that meet there, Destiny, there's a bunch of people that meet there, but you know, everybody has different hardwares. Everybody has different ways that they play. So therefore, you can't really build a community around a platform normally. You know, that doesn't have social features. Xbox and PlayStation do have social features, so I'm assuming that there's a big community in each of those. But even then, you have to pay to be able to be a part of that community. Even with the Switch, you gotta pay for multiplayer to be able to play multiplayer stuff. You know what I mean? Unless it's built into the game. So I don't know, man. There's a lot of things about it that we're gonna miss for sure. Oh, Mr. Urban World, how's it? So this game, I might have to switch the game because it doesn't really allow me to check chat as often. Unless I just want to crash into everything more. But welcome, Mr. Urban World. Appreciate you stopping by. I'll read this the chat in a second. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not sad about it. I'm more upset than sad. You know what I mean? Upset that we're not going to be able to do this next year. More than 18 days. You know, even if they didn't refund the money, I wouldn't have been as upset. It's just the fact that it seems like definitely Google didn't put in the TLC that it needed. I know the Stadia team did, but if your main boss doesn't care about it, then you can only expect the workers to care about it so much. So that's what it is. I'm more upset, like Geek Dusting said. I'm more upset at Google than I am that Stadia didn't make it. That I am sad that Stadia didn't make it. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's just a place you go to hang out with friends. But um, I think Rob was talking about like a bar. I don't drink, but like you have a bar, you go with everybody there, you hang out all the time, and then they shut it down. It's like if they shut it down because they weren't taking care of it, it's different than the owners having to retire or things like that. So we'll see. We'll figure it out. At least we can claim to be OG Stadia. Back 10 years from now, when people are like, "Remember Stadia?" We can be like, "Yep, I remember." Paid attention mostly to the haters. Yeah, I just posted a link in Discord. So where we're trying to go once Stadia. Well, my channel started out as like a keto channel. Then it was like a traveling vlog channel, and then I did a little of investing right before I started doing game streams. So I actually started doing game streams and then did a little bit of investment, and the investment thing wasn't working out because of the time difference between Hawaii and New York. So I just went all streaming, and I'm still gonna stream a lot of Switch, Amazon. I'm definitely gonna keep streaming Stadia until I can't anymore. I did 4 races and didn't get 1 star. Somebody was saying that it gets harder towards the end of this game. They want to keep you from getting too far forward. Hey, Windstar, what's going on, buddy? How are you taking it? The news? You were in the Stadia community, but you have a bunch of different ways to play it too. Yeah, so it's not like a big thing for you. This is the second time this has happened in the cloud gaming community. The first was the OnLive, and now the same with Stadia. Yeah, I don't know what the struggle is, man. Is it you think there's? I don't want to go into like conspiracy theory mode, but you think there's things, there's somebody somewhere making sure that these communities don't make it, so that the hardware industry doesn't die. Just think about cloud gaming, right? How many industries wouldn't it kill? Hardware platforms. You know what I mean? And if everybody has the same service in the cloud, like look at the Netflix and HBO and stuff like that, then anybody, if the entry to the industry is not that challenging, then anybody can do it, and next thing you know, people start gobbling up some market share, and it makes it difficult for those that were originally in the industry. You know what I mean? Like Netflix has definitely lost some people because of HBO and Disney and all that. So I wonder if that's what's happening. Yeah, there's no chat on Luna. There's no PC has a community, but you don't think that PC has a community based on games and not on PC? Is there like a Steam community? Like people just hang out in Steam chat, chat and stuff like that. Maybe there is. I don't know. I wasn't a gamer before Stadia, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I've been with Stadia day one, but it was my favorite way to play for about 2 years. But I do have other platforms. Yeah, yeah, it sucks. I believe it was the trending hate towards Stadia, so people refused to try it, which kept the user base low. Yeah, I mean, we saw videos when I do the scrub down. We saw videos where people would immediately have a negative view on even a free trial of Stadia. So you know what I mean. I guess the nays beat out on this one. I'm just grateful we are getting refunded. Yeah, I don't really care about the money, but It does help, I guess. Maybe I can buy some games. I can definitely pay for some Luna and GFN subscriptions with that. If it isn't Stadia's favorite fanboy, so what are you going to argue with me about now? Wait, you're the main guy. Like that's why it's. Think about what you just said first before you continue, my friend. I mean, the people that history, the times will forever be there. I'm still a Stadia fan. This doesn't mean I'm not a fan anymore. Oh, wait, it's shutting down. Oh, I hate Stadia. You know what I mean? That's just like, bro, my Twitter's going off and I'm going off right back at him. You know what I mean? It's like, whoa, look at that. Like, I'm sure you guys had lots of time to look for my tweets and reply to them, be like, hey, where's my $20 at, man? Yeah. I just want to know where the community is shifting. Yeah. For in my case, I'm probably gonna go towards the Luna GFN route. I am gonna try xCloud and PlayStation Premium, but they seem a little bit too far-reaching for me. Like I never had good service from. I never tried PlayStation. I never had good service from Xbox. And you can see right now, look, with my screen not moving at all, even Stadia is starting to struggle. So I don't know. I told you it was the gamers like Primo who could care less of what games are on the platform. I told you that these platforms need those bangers. Shaking my head. Okay. Yeah. See, so what you're doing now is childish. You know what I mean? Like, when was the last time that you told your one of your kids or your kids or your nephews, hey, go ahead and go tell that guy you told him so? If it's not something that you would recommend to somebody, cowboy, then why would you be the one saying it? You know what I mean? Would I? You think if Stadia would have stayed alive all this, for longer, you think even if then I would be like, I told you he's not gonna die. I told you. That's a childish thing. So I respect the way you handle things, right? But what you're doing right now is childish. I told you this, I told you that. We could have a discussion, man. But by saying, when you're the guy in the front of the train telling people, oh, it's not going to crash, it's not going to crash, and then you jump off the train before then, it doesn't really give you a lot to say. You know what I'm saying? Especially when, yeah, bro, I don't know what you're trying to accomplish here, man, but if you think that going at somebody, think about what you're doing, man. So we all just found out that something we care about is shutting down. And then you're the guy that shows up, be like, "Hey, I told you guys, so you should listen to me." All that controversy where I was saying I'm entertaining people, and that's the way I am. Think about what you're saying right now, bro. Okay? You're being childish, which is it's fine. If that's what you are, if that's who you claim to be, that's cool, man. But coming up with, I told you this and I told you that. Okay, man, you're right, 100% right, cowboy. Right, your hate for Stadia or your controversial streams finally can get justified, and now you can go ahead and tell everybody that hated you. You can go ahead and tell FCAT that he was right about changing names, and you can go ahead and tell whoever you need to justify all the negativity you were spreading for entertainment purposes, that that you were right. I'll send you a cookie. You send me your address, I'll send you a cookie so you can celebrate. Bro, it's like, come on, man. Wow, it's looking bad. It's just funny, bro. Like, that's your first reaction, is to go to go ahead and tell people I told you so. Yeah. It is what it is, man. If it happens, it happens. I enjoyed it. I definitely think that the money that I invested was worth it. I still love Stadia. There's just people made bad decisions. People, gave up on certain things a little too easily. The necessary business deals that needed to get done didn't get done, and that's just the way it is. I've had failed businesses. There's a bread truck sitting in an impound lot right now with $35,000 worth of equipment, solar panels and inverters, and that is just sitting there, is going to go to waste because it wasn't the time for it. You know what I mean? it's silly how people are just been waiting this whole time to be able to be like, see, I told you Stadia was gonna die. I was right the whole time. Okay, if you lived, what is going on? If your entire day was based on waiting for something to die so you can tell the people that were enjoying it that you were right, then kind of think about your life choices, man. You know what I mean? Is that the kind of person you know? I mean, I'm not just talking about you, Cowboy. I'm talking about everybody that decided to go on my Twitter and comment on it. And I'm like, yeah, okay. What do you gain from that? You get to type a few words on why 6 months ago you were right. You weren't right 6 months ago. You know what I mean? What's his name? What's that dude name from Cloud Game Extreme? Duncan. Duncan said it was gonna be dead by last year. Now he's gonna be like, I told you guys. Yeah, but you said last year, right? You saw it dying. Okay, then why would you still covering it on your channel? Why did you buy a channel based on cloud gaming if you think it wasn't gonna be a future for it? You know? I can do this all day, bro. I was made to argue, man. I was made to rebuttal and to, you know. I can do it all day, and I can also admit when I was wrong. You know, not every time. Sometimes, sometimes I still have reserve. Oh, I was way late. You know what I mean? But it's somebody. Give me your address, man. I'll send you a bunch of cookies. I'll send you a bunch of Hawaiian cookies. Hold on, let me go back to chat. The times will forever be. I mean, the people, the history, the times will forever be there. Say he master race. We say the master race for PC. Oh, I haven't really been in any PC communities. Free trials with away. Destroy GFN or Luna. I'm gonna try all of them. I'm trying Luna now, so I'm gonna try all of them. Primo, here's something people don't know and probably won't believe, but Cowboy could confirm this if he chooses. I am one of the creators of the Stadia community along with Holtz and another guy. Yeah, I think I was in a conversation where when they were mentioning that. And didn't you, was it because of Cowboy? Mr. 4K along with Cowboy. Oh, okay. So what happened? But you're still in the community. You just maybe not as involved as you used to be or something? I just chose not to get on camera. Oh, okay. Good knowledge. It's not childish, it's real, and I'm just keeping it real. Oh, man, you need to watch that Dave Chappelle sketch when keeping it real goes wrong. Now, I didn't say Stadia was going to die, so you were wrong then. But my thought is games not carrying that games come to the platform was a issue. They have to make the deals, though. They have to make the deals. But yeah, you were right, man. You're 100% right. Like I said, send me your address, I'll send you a cookie. So folks, to get in here to calm everybody down. Yeah, he does have a soothing voice. They should have just kept it going. It was bound to blow up sooner or later. Yeah, I think they pulled the plug a little too early. Macadamia chocolate, those are good. Hey Michelle, you just lurking? Oh, what happened to Cowboy? He left already? Yeah, I'm just not a content creator for gaming, just in another category I'm working on. Yeah, you do the jewelry, right? I feel bad for my guy, Matsur Man. He was grinding all the games. Yeah, him and then Sapito Verde. He had like 90 games that he beat to 100% to completion. It is what it is, man. There's worse things out in the world. But I still have 3.5 months to enjoy my games, and I get my money back. So, the best Filipino food? Oh man, there's a lot. I personally enjoy. Oh, what did I do? I personally enjoy adobo. Is really good. There's another. I don't know the names from. Oh, you were asking Winstar. There's another one that has like pork, tomatoes, and onions. It's really good. I can't think of the name. Lechon or something. I think it's lechon. I want to see. I want to see what's going on with Stadia Pro Gaming, but haven't seen him in 2 days. He's on Twitter. I think he was testing something earlier on YouTube, but I told him just keep the name SPG. Just switch it to SPG and do cloud games. You know what I mean? He's really smart. He's a really good technical guy. You know what I mean? So there's no reason why he can just shorten the name to SPG. Keep it since everybody knows him as SPG. I mean, I don't know. To me, it's a badge of honor. You know what I mean? I invested in Ouya. I invested my money in Ouya when it was a Kickstarter. I don't feel bad about it. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? If it succeeds, then you're first up. If it fails, it's so. What I don't understand is people are like they're celebrating that they're right. That the Stadia shut down, but I knew that the what is it called? What's a gaming place where you go buy games and it went off? Oh, GameStop. I knew that GameStop it was impossible for it to continue to go up like that. I knew that it was going to drop. I'm not happy that it dropped. I knew it was going to happen. It doesn't mean I go up to people that invest and be like, haha, I told you it was going to drop. It's childish. It's, you know what I mean? It's even if when you get it wrong, even if those guys got it wrong, in their mind, they justified it. Maybe they thought they were going to get out in time. Maybe whatever it was, you know what I mean? Maybe they thought, okay, we go in there and just wait it out, and eventually we're gonna come back. And maybe whatever they did to justify it might have been okay. We might have done the same thing if we had the same amount of information. But for people to be over like, well, I told you it was gonna fail. Yeah, okay, you didn't invest, so you were right. You hip hooray for you, right? It doesn't mean that because the ones that wanted it to succeed were wrong. I mean, that's the whole point. You invest in companies. You know what I mean? It's just that you win some, you lose some. You know, you don't invest in companies because you know they're gonna succeed. You invest in companies because you think that what they're doing might get them to success, and therefore you want to be up. You want to be in the front of the line, right? It's not, man, when all these naysayers get into their head how the process of investing in companies, once they do it, man, they're going to be like, oh, okay, I get it now. I get it now. It's hard for me to explain it. I don't have the vocabulary to explain it, but it is the idea. I'm trying to think of a good analogy from the investment side, right? So GameStop was obviously a way that an analogy where things were too good to be true, so therefore it didn't work out. But you can find the same story where it actually worked out. You know what I mean? Tesla is kind of one of them. Right? If you think about Tesla, people invested in Tesla when it went public, when the shares were $18, knowing that all electric companies before then died. It didn't work out. All the manufacturers of regular gas cars that were making the electric cars, they all failed. But when Tesla came out, they were putting money into Tesla because they thought, okay, this guy has it. He's got the technology. He's got the know-how. He's got the process. Okay. So they invested. I guarantee you, I bet money that when $18 went down to like $9 and went up to 40 something and went down to, I guarantee you at some point, somebody that maybe bought it at 40 something and dropped to 30 and they left, and they were saying, oh yeah, this is gonna fail. This is not gonna make it. I guarantee, I bet money that there's thousands, if not millions of people that when Tesla stock started dropping, they were like, oh, this isn't going anywhere. It's gonna end up like the first electric cars, blah, 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 blah. And then it hit 1,600 and then it hit, you know what I mean? And now the guy's the richest man in the world. Yeah. Do you think the ones that they got into it from the beginning and are still in it, enjoying the fruits of the labor, are running around telling people they got out, I told you, right? If they are, they're childish. You know what I mean? That's my only point. Johnny Biano winning. I did win that one in. I didn't pay attention. Let's see. Okay, somebody's on Twitch. That's the best Filipino. Oh, I saw that already. Yeah, somebody has to take it up. I don't even know what Stadia is going to do with immersive streaming. Maybe Ubisoft is going to do their own store, and we're going to be Ubisoft clients instead of Stadia clients. You know, not clients, customers. You know what I'm saying? Roast pig. What's the name of that one? SPG is live streaming now. What do you mean? Yeah, he was streaming. He said it said testing PC. Could stand for sexy pro gamer. Yeah, I think his isn't his last name start with a P? Piper. Streaming Piper Games. There you go. I just sent somebody send that to him. Streaming Piper Games. Streams Piper Gamer or something. Naysayers, they are 0. Yeah. If you say something's gonna die out of 100 times, you're gonna be right once or twice. You know. My only issue with you is your lack of interest in games and still pushing the platform. If you don't care what games you play, you really should be. Okay, so this taking your because what you shouldn't be talking because you don't have a real stake. So you're saying that as somebody who is a casual gamer with family and young kids and a business company that enjoys gaming here and there and finds that Stadia is the most convenient way, I don't have a voice. That's just dumb. You know what I mean? Think about what you just said, bro. Like, come on, man. You're smarter than this. You're saying because I don't care about the games, I only care about the convenience of gaming, then I don't have a voice? Well, you're here in this channel, so obviously I have some type of voice. You're not making any sense right now, man. You just showed up to gloat. I didn't let you gloat, or I gave it. I didn't reply how you wanted to, me to reply. You want me to say, "Oh, cowboy, you're so right. I should have listened to you this whole time." That's not gonna. You're not gonna get that from me, bro. And so now you're backtracking. Now you're backpedaling. Like, no, that's not what I meant. I went, bro. Trust me, man. I have a voice. I have a voice more than yours, by the way. If we want to up one each other, man, I guarantee you, you're not gonna want to get into that. You know what I'm saying? I have a voice as much as you have a voice. I can just say like, well, nobody wants to watch a wannabe wrestler try to create drama so they can get clicks. I can do that. That's a childish thing that I can do, right? Which I just did by accident. You know what I mean? What does that mean? That doesn't mean anything. Everybody has a voice. So because I'm not a hardcore gamer, I don't have a voice. Well, not everybody's a hardcore gamer gaming out there. You're being silly, bro. This is the nonsense that you always try to point out on people. I still like you, by the way. I just don't agree with anything you're saying right now. I don't agree with anything you're saying. For you to show up over here, that's fine. You can show up and see, I told you, blah, 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 blah. But it is childish. You can do that, and I'm telling you that. It's a childish way to respond to that. You could have been like, hey, man, hey, Primo, how you doing, man? Sorry about, I know a lot of your content is Stadia based and blah, 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 and you really enjoy the platform. But you didn't do that. You came in here, see, I told you, since you're not a serious gamer, you don't really have a voice. Come on, man. Think about what you're saying first, man. Unless it's the response that you wanted, then you got it. I'm calm, man. This is just how I talk. I talk like this all the time, I get heated for small things, and that's one of the problems that I have with me and my wife. I always talk to her like this, and she thinks I'm always mad. And then she's like, "Why are you mad?" I'm not mad. Now I'm mad because you said I'm mad. Is his initials, so it's work for him. He said SPG. I don't think that's his initials. His name is William Piper, I think. Let's all get along. Christmas is basically 2 months away, and I'll be playing Stadia for Christmas too. Do you think Stadia died because it's more convenient or because it was the lack of games? Bro, you can say that all day long, man. You can say that and you might be right. I don't know. You don't know. You don't know. Only Google knows that. Only Google knows. Think about it, man. think about it, okay? So they spent money on ports, right? If they didn't feel like spending more money on, so they spent for millions of dollars on ports, and they know what the numbers were from those investments, right? So if they felt that spending more money on more games wasn't going to help, then they didn't. That's your perspective. You're saying I only care about the games, and that's the only thing that's gonna make me, stick with this platform. Well, what if there's less of you than of those convenient players out there? What if the people that care about the games weren't really coming to Stadia from that in the beginning? So it was the convenience players, and it wasn't adding up. You don't know the numbers either. Don't stand in there and claim like you know more than Google does, right? Just because that's what you're saying, that's how you see it, and then Stadia died or is closing, doesn't make you right. It doesn't make you right. It makes you right if you think, if they don't get games, then it's gonna close. Okay, well, your assumptions could be right, could be wrong, but you don't know. You're just still assuming. Give me the numbers. If you know, give me the numbers. How much money did they spend on games, and how many users did they get back from that investment? Tell me those numbers. You know what I mean? From each game. From FIFA 23, that people won't even be able to buy. They spend money on the port for FIFA 23, and now people can't even buy it. Give me those numbers, since you know so much, Cowboy. I want to know as much as you do, right? Your assumption is not enough games, or not enough good games, and the platform's going to close down. Okay, they closed down, but is that why they closed down? Is that the reason? Luna doesn't have that many games either, man. You said last time, that's why when we went back and forth about Stadia and Luna, you kept saying for Stadia, you kept saying, well, they're getting too many old games, so it's going to die. They don't have the new games that are coming in. And then literally in the next sentence, you're like, well, Luna has really good old games that people want to play. So, if Stadia doesn't get on it, it's like, come on, bro. You're just shaping the argument to fit all your little points and stuff that you assume are correct. The only thing that we know for sure is that you don't know the numbers, and I don't know the numbers, right? And your theory, which you just say you didn't think it was going to die, but you're wrong about that then. If you didn't think it was going to die and it's now dying, then you don't have all the right information either. So it's weird the way you're handling it, man. It's weird the way you're bringing it up like, well, I didn't say it was going to die, but now it's dead, so I was right. You know what I mean? I told you guys, if it don't have enough games, then it's not good, but it's not going to die. But now it died, so I'm right. Man, come on, man. Think about what you're saying first. I know I sound like I'm mad. I know how it sounds. I promise you that I'm not mad. It's just whenever I find a point that I kind of want to dig into, it just, my voice switches to that mode. I wish I had that I was gonna say Vet's always laughing, but then I do remember seeing him upset, so he doesn't have that voice. There's some people that even when they're talking the way that I'm talking, they still have a smile on their face. My brother's like that. Every time I call him, every time he calls me dumb, that I go in like that, just like I did, and he's just smiling in front of me. I'm like, wow, this guy doesn't get bothered by anything, and he can be mad. I mean, he can be digging in on this argument, and a big smile on his face, and I just can't do that. So yeah, and my point is that you didn't know, nobody knew, the Stadia people didn't know. You know what I mean? My friend who works for Google didn't know. The only people that knew were the high ups that make the decisions. The only ones that can make the decision. I guarantee you, Phil Harris didn't even had enough power to shut it down. They would have, if Stadia was working out fine, they would have fired him before they decided to shut it down. But they didn't. I guarantee you, that guy didn't even know. You know what I mean? Maybe he saw it coming. Maybe he got talked about. Hey man, the numbers don't look like they need to for us to keep it alive. Maybe he got talked to about it, and he just wasn't able to handle it. He wasn't able to come through. You know what I mean? But I bet money he didn't make the decisions. That's his job. Why would he cut his own job up? You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. So the only people that know are the guys up in the Google headquarters and the freaking top offices. So for you to show up here and be like, I told you guys it was gonna close, I knew it all along. All those guys on Twitter, all those haters, they've been praying and begging for Stadia to shut down for the last 2 years. I told you, man, it's gonna shut down, it's gonna shut down. It's like you guys didn't know. You had a guess. Good guess, by the way. But that's all it was. You know what I mean? If it had kept on going, we would have never been able to, like the ones that believed in the platform, we would have never been able to be like, see, I told you guys, because there's no point, there's no definite point to where somebody can be like, this is successful. You know? You think Blockbuster had a point to when they were like, yeah, we're never gonna go out of business, man. We're killing this. We're killing this. That's not how things work. Ah, Cowboy, man, you're fighting, bro. Do you think Stadia died because it's more convenient? Well, it succeeded because it's more convenient for as long as it did. I'm not stupid, right? Like, you know I'm not a dumb person, right? You know I was studying electrical engineering. You know I have 24 years of managing operations and teaching. So when you say, listen, I'll explain it to your show since you don't get it. I get it. I know what you're trying to say. I just don't see it the way you see it. Saying that I don't get it because I don't see it the way you see it is childish. You know what I mean? You got to be able to see it on, like, I'm an immigrant. I was an illegal immigrant. Do you think you're ever going to understand how being an illegal immigrant is? Or going into a school where you don't speak the language, when everybody just sees you as somebody. You think you're ever going to get that? You're never going to get it, right? So if I say you're not going to get it, you're not going to get it. Does that make sense to you, right? I can say you understand it, but you're not going to get it. So, okay, so I'll give you that, man. I'll give you that. I don't get it because I don't see it the way you see it. So therefore, you don't get it because you don't see it the way I see it. So it can go back and forth all day, man. You know? I'll explain it to you. You're going to do a diagram, a PowerPoint presentation. Wanted to build a library for my son and daughter in the future. Yeah, I mean, my daughters were getting into Stadia. We're doing the Stadia party streams. I was doing it with Megu, so we're having fun, man. I don't even know how I can do it now without them being in front of the computer here. I guess they can play on the computer and I just aim the camera at me. I don't know. Who's kicking him off? Oh, you kicking off who? Anthony, can you stop trying to profit for your channel while the rest of us are trying to deal with this? The fact that you are continuing to bag on ever since you bought your Sony toy. Yeah, I'm the Stadia fanboy, but he's always pushing Sony, even though he didn't have one before. I used to have respect for you, brother, but ever since you turned and said we were sheep and that we are poor man's service, none. Yeah, I'm sorry, Primo. How are you? I'm good, man. I'm good, but we know that's how he is, and he's gonna justify it by saying that he's just being an entertainer because he wanted to be a wrestler and he couldn't be a wrestler, and so now this is equivalent to that. It's like me trying to live off of my like, I don't know. I never really want. It's like my brother's an electrical engineer and I never got to finish my degree because family and kids. And it's almost like me trying to live through his success. Being wrong. I didn't think it was going to die either. I just don't think you are getting what I'm saying. That's all. And I know you're not mad. You explained it to me before. Yeah. So I know what you're saying. I know that if they don't have the big bangers, then they're not gonna succeed. But you can say that about any platform that's successful right now. You can look at the Switch, and then when I say that, right, when I say well they're not getting, when you say they're not getting the bangers, and I say like oh snap, I'm gonna get tired with this music, and then you say well you're like Elder Ring. They didn't get Elder Ring. Okay, Sony didn't get Elder Ring. Oh, but they have other games. Okay, you just changed the conversation. You just changed your argument. You're saying that so all those games are successful because they're on the Switch. And the Switch is or on Nintendo, and the Nintendo's been around forever. How did they get to that point? Because they had original games. Those same bangers that are in Nintendo now, they used to be in a system brand new, known to nobody, back when me and you were kids. So why can't Stadia do the same? They have originals, they just weren't bangers. But you don't know that. If you build a game right now, you don't know if they're gonna be the most successful game ever, or if they're just gonna end up in somebody's playlist somewhere. You don't know that. So Stadia didn't know that. They had exclusives. They had time exclusives. None of them were hit, right? So that's it. That's where your argument dies. So when you say they didn't get Elden Ring, that's why they were meant to die. Was yeah, I can say that about the Nintendo. Oh, but the Nintendo's been around forever. That's the point exactly. They were around with those games weren't around. They had other games. it's, you're basically going around in circles saying the same thing. I get it. I get what you're saying. You believe that if a platform doesn't have good games, it's gonna fail. I believe that that's wrong. We all both have the right to believe that. Oh, but you're not a gamer, Leo. I mean, you haven't been around. You're only a fresh gamer. Yeah, that's a perspective. And there's more of me, that people that don't game, or they only game here and there because they have businesses and jobs and families to take care of. There's more of me than there are of hardcore games like you. I literally, out of all the people, out of all the soldiers that I have, out of all the companies that not the companies, the clients that I have, I literally only know one or two gamers that are like you. And even that one guy that who has Stadia, by the way, doesn't use it. He doesn't even game anymore because he's got busy with the new girlfriend and moving and all that. So people like me now, I guess now I'm playing all day now. That very rare people, man. They're not a lot of people think gaming is a time well spent. Believe it or not. I know it's a shocker for most people. I can already see the argument on your stream today. Yeah, I don't feel like it. The devs didn't know. They found out with us. Yep, nobody knew except the main Google guys. I was shocked. I was looking forward to FIFA 23. I know. That's a big one right there too. Now the big YouTubers can make more money making a video on Stadia. Yep. There's only one blockbuster left in the USA. Yeah, and even that one, I saw the documentary on that one. Even that one's looking at getting shut down, but I guess they got bought out by somebody. Can't think of the name, like a cable company or somebody who promised that then we're going to shut it down. But at that point, you're just a museum. You're losing money on it. The Stadia workers didn't know. They were working hard, dropping games and new features up to the last minute, up to like literally yesterday when the Hot Wheels Unleashed got released. You know what I mean? So it's nobody knew, man. Nobody knew. They all know. They're not gonna know. It reminds me of that meme. Plus, let's see. I don't know. I don't know if I like this. What do you call? Stream it chat thing. Let me see if it works better. I was at Plus Cowboy. Oh, you guys are going off, man. I'm so, I'm so late with the stream. Let me switch screens here since it turned into more of a I'm screaming at somebody stream. Let's see. Plus Cowboy, no one hated for you. No one hated for you. You're getting a PS5. People hated you because they hated you and the troll. They hated you. I don't think people hate Cowboy. I think people are like cautious. Like they don't know if he's being for real or if he's just being an entertainer. And he keeps telling everybody he's an entertainer, and I believe it, right? But I think he sneaks in there here and there. Every time he says, "I just keep it real," that's when you know it's not entertaining. That's he's saying what he means, and so it's just some people don't like what he's saying. Yes, I mean I wouldn't be surprised if if the service starts getting crappy by now. From now to the time it shuts down, it was getting like super. It might be my internet too though, so I'm not gonna assume anything. Yeah, I love my Stadia family library. Oh man, I had 237 games. Listen, I understand your point that Stadia was perfect for the U because it's cost effective. That's not the only reason, bro. I spent $1,600, and $1,600 is not, uh, somebody who's cheap, and I'm cheap. I can tell you, I'm cheap, but that's as long as you had games to play. The games didn't matter for you. I get your point of view. Yeah, no, you think, yes, I am cheap. Yes, that's one of the reasons that I started playing in Stadia. But no, that's not why I stayed. Okay, convenience doesn't have to be cheap. I want a classroom a PowerPoint presentation and the risk assessment. Yeah, don't forget that risk assessment, man. You don't want to get put in jail. You need that risk assessment. Dreamcast guy was the most irritating person, and I know he has a video coming. I used to troll him when I told him I'd buy Stadia for his birthday. Nice. I did not like that guy. Well, I don't know that guy. What's up, Lo-Fi? I got an invite from you earlier. Were you streaming, or you just sent? I started streaming right when you sent it. You saw my Discord tag. You're late. I was trying to get you in here before things got ugly, but it looks like it'll be all right. Yeah, I'm not mad, man. I'm not. I know what Cowboy's doing. I know he thinks everything's a show. You know what I mean? Even on other people's chats. But it's all good, man. We will always be the Stadia elite. Yeah. I mean, to me, that is a not like a branding, but like a clip, like a medal. You know what I mean? Hey, I guarantee you, in 10 years, when people are talking about, remember Google Stadia, we're gonna be like, yeah, I remember that, man. I had a whole bunch of streams with it. People are like, really? Oh my gosh! Remember Ouya? I wasn't streaming then, but I was playing Ouya. You know what I mean? You don't see me crying now that it's not around. Nintendo not getting Elden Ring isn't an issue because it's been around for many years. But that's what I'm saying. It's been around for years. They didn't have those games back then either. You understand what I'm saying? They didn't know Mario was going to be as big as it was. They didn't know Zelda was going to be as big as it was. They just dropped them. They became popular and they maintained their business. So what you're saying is that if they don't get the games that other platforms are getting, then they can't be successful. But I'm saying is no, they're their own platform. They put out their own games and they were successful. Your argument is not making sense, man. Just look at what you're writing and it's not making sense. You know what I mean? Not everything is going to start out as a $1 billion company. Actually, Google did, but okay, bro. I don't have anything else to say. Just play your game. Don't get mad. But you're saying the same thing, and I'm saying that's the way you're looking at it doesn't make sense for me because, like I just said it. I just said the same thing. You know what I mean? You can say Stadia it wasn't gonna succeed unless they got successful games that people wanted to play into the platform because. The only way you can play Nintendo and like Zelda is in the Nintendo, right? And yeah, duh. So people were going to them for that. So we kind of had that discussion before, where it helps, but it doesn't make it or break it. There's a lot of things help. There's timing has to be right. There's a lot of metrics and aspects. No, that's not the right word. Variables. There's a lot of variables that can make something successful or not. And just because you think there's not enough game, that's not the one and only reason. But you only focus on that. Just like FCAT only focuses on they need to change the name. If they change the name, then it'll be successful. No, they can change the name and still fail. I have kids who only ever use Stadia. I can't wait until they find out you can't run a console on every TV in the house. Oh, that's gonna suck. Can't tell them to go off the TV and go play on their tablets. Yeah, do you have Luna? KLF, are you in the US? Yeah, I'm probably gonna move over to Luna. Luna seems like to be the next best family friendly solution. GFN, I don't know about GFN. Um, every time I try to play it on my phone, it tells me you can't play this game on your phone. I'm like, ugh, why is it on the list then? So Dreamcast is dead, and there's Dreamcast guys. Who's gonna be the Stadia guy? Yeah, that's funny, right? The guy saying that the Stadia is gonna die, but his name is Dreamcast. I was just telling you to get in here because things look like it would be ugly between Primo and Cowboy. It's never ugly between me and him, man. We both have the same type of personalities. I just prefer to give people the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? Maybe he does. I don't know. I just don't see. Uh, I don't see his angle here. I'm still here, Lurk. Primo, is that a gaming PC behind you? No, no, this one, that's a refrigerator, man. That's my little mini refrigerator. That's my Amazon controller. That's my unopened Stadia Premiere box. That's gonna be worth $10,000 one day. Watch, I'm gonna keep that sealed up. I heard Rock had one too. I always say that I mean, but I just overhype it. So I'm always keeping it real with a spice of overdramatic. Those are two contradicting views, man. You just Oh, what you mean? Oh, I thought you meant you mean like a mean person. What I mean, but I just overhype it. Um, keeping it real and over, it's a convenient argument, man. I don't know how else to reply to that. Reply to that. Hell, I pay over 2,200 on Stadia minus the pro subs. Yeah, same 1,600 bucks. Minus so I think if you from the beginning you're somewhere around 300 for the pro, so you're probably getting back 1,900 bucks. That's a nice system. I can't buy a PC. I mean, I don't want to. Right now, I can't justify a new PC, but mine has. I've actually restarted mine a few times, and the motherboard went out once before. So when it dies, then that's my only justification to get a new PC. I am cheap, but also not because I can't afford it. It's just there's two ways to look at it, man. You can't just assume that somebody doesn't have something because they can't afford it. Maybe it's just not the best time. As much energy as I put into VR, I'd be devastated if it ended. So I imagine that's how the Stadia community feels. So I'll watch what I say from this moment on, at least while the issue's still fresh. Yeah, I mean, there's tons of people on Twitter going off, especially mine. Anything that I was tagged on, I was like, bro. If I show you my Twitter right now, you're gonna be like, damn, this guy's popular. I don't think I've ever gotten so many tags ever in Twitter, my Twitter history. I think some of the that refund money is going to AR glasses. Oh, nice. Xbox. I think I'm gonna be Xbox Leo pretty soon. What up, Leo? Chad. Hey, Kai. Welcome to the funeral. No, not yet. We still got 3.5 months, guys. The Wii U was a failure and caused Nintendo to almost file for bankruptcy. Yeah, everybody has good and bad days. 10 years we will be like, remember Stadia, and Mr. Bro will appear and sat. Remember when I beat these people at Power Rangers? Good times, good times. Yeah. So Kai, unless I don't know if you can tell by the chat, but Stadia is gonna close down in January. So I pushed Kai to go jump on Stadia so many times, and I think she finally got in there. And now, now she's gonna. Now we only got a few more months to enjoy it. Still a Stadia fan. Still gonna play Stadia until the very last day. I think I'm gonna stream the day it goes off. I want to see what happens when they just shut off the servers. I think xCloud is going to take the cloud as a new king. I think xCloud is serious about cloud gaming, but from my experience, which I am going to update my experience in a little bit when I jump on that Game Pass again. In my experience, GFN and Luna have a better experience. Multiple tests, multiple times, different internets, 5G, Wi-Fi, plugged in, and so if they take it seriously, then yeah, I can see it happening. And I'll walk to Winstar's penthouse in VR discussing it with him on Gray appears on my head. Mr. Urban World, we talked about this before, but VR chat, man, that thing's fire. I like it. I like it. Kai, you should try VR chat. It's a little, sometimes people get a little graphic in there, so be ready for that. Some X-rated stuff, but VR chat is a really nice place to meet people, especially if you're trying to learn a different language. I met a bunch of people that were trying to learn Spanish, which I kind of helped them out with, and then other people trying to that spoke Japanese, which they helped me with my Japanese. Man, I had a couple weddings last week where Japanese customers, and oh my gosh, I was struggling. Some of the stuff was just muscle memory, and when I really try to kind of get into and I asked them, where you guys from, what do you guys do, I would struggle. Like the whole posing stuff I was okay with, but yeah, especially there's some words that are kind of like it'll mess you up if you get them wrong. There's hentai, which I already know. If you know anything about anime, you already got your head in the gutter. So hentai means the opposite or the other way, right? But hentai is like a pervert. So one time, I think I told this story before. One time I was calling out, I'm far from the customer. I'm taking with a long lens, and I'm telling him, no, 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 switch over the other way, switch over. And I was like, hentai, si no samas, hentai this. He's like, oh, he's confused. So I thought he wasn't hearing me. So then I yelled it louder. Si no sama hentai des, hentai. And then the coordinator's like, oh, hentai, hentai. And she's like, ah. And I realized that I messed up that one letter. It was funny. Everybody was laughing, but I was sweating. I was like, yes, it was a mistake. Good thing I looked like this. If I looked Asian, man, I would have been, I would have been kicked in the face while laying on the ground. Switch was a Hail Mary for them. That's why games come to Switch after the first year. Yeah, and then even when they launch new consoles, it takes a while for the games to start kind of kicking, getting to that console. So I'm in the US. I have Ubisoft Plus and GFN, but I think I'm done with gaming for now. Stadia brought me back to gaming. Yeah, same here, man. I wasn't gaming before. I like it now though. I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't know if Amazon Luna and GFN can do the same thing that Stadia does as far as community. There's no multiplayer. There's local couch co-op, so maybe we can do something with that. GFN, I don't really have that many games on Steam, so I don't really know if I can look at those platforms as the same or services the same as Stadia. So we'll see. We'll find out. If not, I'm gonna have to start going back to my keto meals. I've been cooking a lot of keto stuff, so maybe I'll go make some more videos like that. Here's something that's crazy. I've met 2 guys in VR so far who have met their wives in VR. Sounds crazy, but no, I believe it nowadays, man. Nowadays, anybody can meet. That's somebody. Rock was talking about a couple that met on Stadia, so you can meet people anywhere now as long as you have shared values, shared whatchamacallit, interest, then I think works out. I'm not talking about getting married inside VR. They actually met in real life and lived together. Oh, yeah. I know what you mean. That would be weird if they got married. Did a VR ceremony. He's in one country, she's in the other one, and they're living as married couple and never met each other. I met people from World of Warcraft, so it's possible. So do we know if the PC communities are more based around games or are they based around like the actual PC hardware or PC like Xbox Game Pass or Steam? People don't understand, man. My friend was making fun of me, but those women I've gotten a game with in VR are hot. Yeah, if you see them, right? That's the thing. So that one, I'm gonna reserve my comment on that one because really you have to be able to meet people to feel if that chemistry is gonna work out or not. You know what I mean? I'm talking model status. Nice. So I'm a picky gamer, so I didn't buy that many games, so I don't think I'll be getting back as much as some people. Yeah, I'm getting back at least $1,000. Wait, what happened? Yeah, a lot are successful too from being in real estate and other friends fields. Okay. Kai, the Kunichi, what's up? Abort. Michelle. Sad day. I'm gaming in gaming history. Yeah, it sucks, man. Hey, you can look at it this way. Did you know, like when I'm Catholic, right? Or I was raised Catholic. So if you ever been to like a Catholic like funeral, or even weddings, they're kind of like very very flat, not a lot of excitement. So the first time that I went to like a born again kind of service and saw like all the hype, like it's like a party, and then the first I was surprised, and then the first time that I went to, there's a religion, I can't think of the religion, they actually throw parties when somebody passes away to kind of celebrate. It's a celebration of life. They don't call it like a funeral. I can't remember the religion, but I always thought that was a good concept. You know what I mean? Because you can do two things when somebody goes through. Yes, you're gonna miss them. Yes, we're gonna miss Stadia. Yes, we're gonna remember the good times and be sad sometimes. But you can also remember all the good times and the fact that you were part of something, which is still working, guys, by the way, until January. But after January, we can remember that we were part of something that not a lot of people were part of, which was the original problem. But still, at the same time, it's something unique. Ouya, I have pictures of my Ouya that I always post on here once in a while. Is a reminisce in the times. Stadia was my only source of gaming. I do have Luna sub. I rarely use. I was debating the X or the S. Bite the bullet. I wouldn't buy hardware, in my personal opinion. I wouldn't buy hardware. I would stick to Luna, GFN, xCloud. I'll try PS Plus, whatever that name is now, before I buy something else. It's because I have the Switch. I bought it for my kids. They don't use it. So I'm afraid if I buy a PS5, my friend who's a gamer bought the PS5. I helped him get the PS5 because he was working. He just plugged it back in after a couple months of being in a box. So in the future, I give it 1 to 3 years. We'll be watching anime with Kai and Koichi in VR. Yeah, Kai has really good streams, guys. I'm not super into anime. That's why you don't see me chatting too much. I don't really have too much input. Besides, what should I watch? But even now, I'm not into watching anything. Basically, I'm either streaming or playing games. And so, but check out Kai. If you type in exclamation Kai, which I'm going to do right now. Did it work? You should get her channel, so make sure you check her out. She's got a really good. She does cat on PC. Oh, not cat, Stray. Cat. They should have named the cat. She plays Stray on PC recently, and then she does a lot. She plays a few of those kind of games that I kind of know, like horror games. But she has a really good channel, guys. Check her out. Actually, I watched Yoi anime, if I'm spelling that correctly, or it might be Yaoi. The series ended up being effing good. Which one? I was years ago. I can't remember, but I'll let you know next stream. I'll come to me. So my daughter is really getting into anime, so maybe I'm gonna have her watch your stream, Kai. I've seen so many series, I can't remember everything I've watched, but I'm telling you this, I'm ready for Chainsaw Man and Bleach. I heard Bleach is a good one. Stadia, in my opinion, was streets ahead of Luna and GFN. GFN top tier was better, but overall, Stadia tech and convenience was king. Yeah, convenience, man, convenience. I mean, that is, nobody else has that. Nobody else has that. And yes, they have it in certain things. Like some of them have mobile apps you can play on your phones. Some of them have free-to-play games. Some of them have, like Prime has the Prime games. But overall, in totality, Stadia had the best service. Not the same, no community aspect or party system. Yeah, only 30 of my games are playable in GFN. Shaking my head. Yeah, out of how many too? And I keep getting the free games from Epic, and none of them show up on GFN, so I can't play them unless I pay for Shadow, and I heard that's super expensive. So, yeah, I'd have a VR wedding and a VR husband. That'd be fun. Yeah, you're not that old yet, Kai. Hold your horses. You got time. I went to one, Kai. We did a VR, not a VR. We did when the pandemic hit. We did a couple of kids party on Animal Crossing. That was pretty cute. It's fun, but you can only get 7 people to come in. Stadia outside of sub 3,000 owned to be. Oh wow, damn! You were messing around. Went to VR house party too, and the chick ended up getting a couple grand via Cash App by the end of the night. What was she doing? Keep it family friendly, man. Is VR chat free? Yeah, it's free. It's on PC, or do you pay a monthly subscription? It's 100% free. Um, yeah, you go in there. But the only thing is, you know how it is, right? When you have multiplayer games and you hear a female voice, especially like a sweet California voice like yours, you might want to kind of test the waters a little bit. You know what I mean? There's some chat rooms that are going to be a little bit too toxic. So just, tip your toes in a little bit. How much smackers you give her Urban World? Yeah, free, but for her isn't the only one. There's a bunch of them. VR are there more free ones, Mr. Urban World? I gave her a happy birthday and went to the jet skis in the backyard. Damn it, how we gonna play PUBG? I know, man. That was my number one game, and it's not in the other services. Uh, Us Irish have a party and celebrate after funerals. Typically congratulate at the local pub. It's a celebration of life. Yeah, I like that. I like that concept better because you're not focused on the negatives of it. You focus on the positive. Yes, everything has plus and minuses, but if you dwell on the negatives, that can only lead to a certain thing. You know what I mean? We're going to get you into anime. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate anime. I just don't get, even with Netflix. I haven't really watched anything on Netflix. If it's not stand-up comedy, it doesn't really pull me in. Your name is the best anime movie. Oh, is that from a movie? Oh, I didn't know that. I think Primo would like Erased, but I haven't figured out his personality 100%. Yeah, and I switch back and forth too. Like I used to be really into going to the movies, like like walking into a theater and popcorn and snacks and stuff. And then the pandemic kind of pulled me away from that. I still liked it. I had the unlimited membership with the Regal, and then I started doing more stuff on Netflix. Like I watched more stuff on Netflix. I got into like some of the series. I would download stuff like uh, Game of Thrones. I downloaded most of it. The Walking Dead. I downloaded most of them. And then once I started gaming, just watching just felt like I wasn't doing much. And so once in a while, I'll stream. I'll not stream. I'll play a game that doesn't require you to like stay focused on the dialogue, and then like Animal Crossing, and then I'll watch something. But my interest as I get older, my interest kind of keep changing. Uh, I beat Cat yesterday. It was so fun. If you get a chance to play, I should. You should. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think it'll play on my PC, but I'll try. How much is it? Erase is sad. Yeah. I like sad stuff. I don't know. I like feeling sad sometimes. I think that would pull Primo in because it's something that could happen in real life, but I could be wrong. Yeah, that's one messed up anime. Well, I like the uh what was it? What was the movie I told you about, Kai? The graveyards. The what is it? Grave of the Fireflies. Oh, grave of the Fireflies. Huh? That one was deep. With like Death Note and The Promised Neverland season one only if he gave it a chance. Yeah, it's not like I'm anti watching it. I just, like I said, I haven't really found the interest in just watching anything. My mom finished Death Note and Promised Neverland. My mom is only watched the live action version. Favorite anime series are Showbits and your mom. How old is your mom? I didn't. I don't know too many older people that are into anime. You don't like stand-up comedy? I just watched Joe Coy comedy, especially that came out on Netflix. It's pretty good. My name is Anime Movie. That's me. What up, Michelle? Erased had me in my feels. Oh, yeah? Oh, now I'm curious. Hold on, let me save it out here. Erased. Where's it at? Is it Netflix or just like you gotta download it or what? Oh, okay. It's Netflix. All right, I'll watch it. Uh, yeah, I like feeling sad sometimes. First Bittersweet Symphony now erased. We just might have all it common. I like the ending of Erase. I like sad stuff too. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's good anime. These guys are. We got a whole anime crew right here, Sean. You know, they got some good advice. Cat was $40. I mean, it's not that far out from straight. You know, I have Death Note and Code Geass tattoos. Oh wow. I really enjoy the Street Fighter animated series back in the day. It's funny. Bison think he's the monster, but Akuma walking around. Yeah, you lost me, man. It's on Netflix and Hulu. Nice. So, when he was Seattle, the new show Joe Coy. No, so that's his latest just came out. I think he was in Chicago or New York. I'm not super sure. Not the Seattle one though. So he has four specials on Netflix. First one's Seattle, then one of them was Hawaii, I think, and the other one was in the Philippines, and now the new one I forget where it was at. Bailamos, let the rhythm take you over. Bailamos. Just listen to that right now. Girl with Full Metal Alchemist tats. Wow. Stadia News real, folks. It's 100% real, Taurus. 100% real from the official man hiding in the cave. Only came out to post it on the Google blogs. Unfortunately. Yeah. It's all right, man. It's okay. Like I said, let me show you guys my screen. I got and keep in mind, I'm gonna get my money back for all the ones that don't say pro, right? Like Cyberpunk. I won Cyberpunk 2077, and I'm gonna get my money back. And I've been playing it recently, and so it's no loss for me. I'm getting my money back for all these games, and I still get to play them for the next 3.5 months. You know, and I don't know. You know what it did do for me though? Number one, and most important, it brought me back to gaming. So Rock was. I don't want to take anything away from Rock. Because he's a lot of respect for him. But I was kind of in a similar situation as Rock. I was kind of under a rock. I was kind of in a low point when the pandemic hit because I had these huge plans, man. If you watch my streams, like watch my very, very first official vlog on this channel, and for lack of a better term, I was on a middle life crisis. Is that that's that what they call it? Yeah, I was like in a middle life crisis where I just wasn't happy, man. I couldn't find anything. I was tired of the hustle. I'm still so the mentality is still there, but the feeling is gone. And not to get too deep or too down, but so back in summer 2019, that's when I decided that I was going to kind of sell everything, buy an RV, move to the mainland, and just drive around with the family while they're still young and everything. There's a bunch of things that happened that kind of drove me to that kind of decision. Before then, I was working on myself physically, mentally, financially, all that stuff. 2016 was rough, right before I started kind of investing and looking into like self-help books. And so all that kind of started building. I couldn't get out of that rut. You know what I mean? We would travel more. I would be healthier. I would, we had sometimes we get, 12, $13,000 in a month from weddings. So I couldn't think of what to do. You know what I mean? And so financially we were okay. I worked at because so this how kind of how I started, right? So I was feeling down, not feeling happy. So I figured, okay, maybe because I don't have, maybe because every time we get a check, it goes away pretty fast. So maybe that. So maybe if I work on the finance stuff. So I did that. We got I have the thing. I have a video where I explain the three buckets: emergency money, 1,000 to 2,000. Bucket number 2 is 3 to 6 months of income, stashed somewhere, and then bucket number 3 is retirement. I got all those buckets full, and it's still something was off. Then I'm like, well, maybe because I'm overweight, maybe because I'm fat. So then I started losing weight with keto. I started cooking and all that stuff. It got better. Still, there was like this nagging thing. And so maybe family, right? So then we started traveling. We started spending more time. I took Sundays off and all that stuff. Maybe I was just upset or down because I wasn't getting enough time with the family because always the hustle. The hustle was real for sure. Wasn't working. So then once we started traveling, that felt better. That kind of, when I took Sundays off and all that, that started feeling a lot better. And I'm like, oh, that's what it is. I gotta go travel. That's my peace, space. That's my sacred space or whatever. So that's when I came up with, selling everything, getting an RV, and then just overboard, right? Just over the top. My wife's like, maybe we should just start out slow. so, so check out my vlogs from like 2019. 19? Yeah, 19 or 17. No, 2017. And the plan was in 2019. I was supposed to be in the mainland with an RV and everything. But anyways, a bunch of stuff changed. Megu was getting more popular with weddings. So I'm like, okay, maybe we don't go all the way, but we start kind of moving towards that direction. So we started taking more vacations. We started traveling more, Mexico, Japan every year. And then spring, we would go somewhere. We ended up going to Australia in 2019. We had tickets to Taiwan in 2020. And then everything got shut down. And I was in the house and I'm like, oh man, what's going to happen with this and that and blah, blah, blah. And so I started playing games and it was okay. The games kind of helped a little bit. Then when I started streaming and people started showing up, like Michelle was one of my first viewers when I started doing Animal Crossing, and then she showed up, and then Kai showed up, and then we had Aisha showed up, and we had a bunch of people showing up, and then that was my new happy spot. Does that make sense? That was my new, this right here. This right here is my new, what did I call it earlier? My Zen spot, And so, but if it wasn't for Stadia, they got me to streaming, even though Nintendo was the one that kind of brought the audience. I don't think it would have, none of this would have happened. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense at all? Yeah. So anyways, so Rock was talking about how he was in that kind of place just as I was. And so I was relating to that. And I'm like, yeah, man, I don't know. So maybe I'm not going to miss Stadia as much, but I guess because it was part of what got me into this, then there is going to be some sadness. I'm not sad at all, but like I said, I'm more upset than sad. But yeah, it's hard to explain. I think really, unless you went through something like that, a midlife crisis where you just didn't know, nothing was kind of jiving, that maybe it's hard to understand. But yeah, I'm in a better place. I'm definitely hanging out with you guys here helps. Lets my thoughts out. And I get to yell at Cowboy once in a while. So it is fun. Cowboy. Cowboy's funny, man. Let's see. Where was I at? Easter Sunday. Nice transition. I see you. Bradley from Full Metal Alchemist is that guy. I refuse to believe it. It makes no sense. I'm actually not happy because the platform was so good. Yeah, it was really good, man. It's really good. Again, I'm not sad, but it is disappointing. Well, at least Luna is alive. Hopefully they expand soon, because right now we can only play with the people in the US. I'm actually surprised that I can play so good here in Hawaii. There's refunding us for the hardware too, and a game purchase. So the only thing that sucks, so like this right here, I bought 4 of them in the 2-year anniversary. I was looking forward to the 3-year anniversary too, man. So what sucks is that I couldn't get anything shipped to Hawaii because it wasn't supported, still not supported in Hawaii. So I had to buy either used controllers, or I had my friend who works for Google buy 4 of those, and then I gave them to some friends. So she's gonna get refunded for those. I'm not. And she's rich too. She works for Google. Oh wow, you get your money back. That's good. Yeah, that's a good thing. Well, they owe me 3 grand. Ooh, boy, you were invested for sure. Yeah, that's good, man. You get your money back. I figure just put that money in a little bucket, and then just pay for the Luna or the GFM monthly things. I might buy a game here and there. Oh, so anyway, so I was gonna say that if it wasn't for Stadia, then I wouldn't have realized what the games that I like are. You know what I mean? So now I know, because I wasn't a gamer before. So now I know that really chill games, or looter shooters, which is the opposite of chill games, or just kind of like adventure games are my thing. You know what I mean? So at least now I have a better idea, because I had access to so many games, 237 here, that at least now I have a better idea of what I'm gonna like, so that when I do invest in a game, then at least it comes with some kind of data, with something. I'll most likely just use the money I get back towards a console. Yeah, I can't do a console, man. I just can't do it. It's just gonna sit there. Like I have a 65-inch TV that I bought so I can, watch movies and feel like I'm in a movie theater during the pandemic. I never get to use it because my kids are always watching it. Whenever I get to use it, they're like, "Papa, you want something else? This is boring. Can we get something else? How much longer? Are you gonna be here later? Can we just?" Oh my God, here, have it. I just stare real close to my monitor here. Give me that 65-inch feeling. That sounded dirty. It sucks so bad, man. Seriously, I am going back to downloads. I am sick right now. Yeah, I mean, take your time, process it. It sucks 100%, but uh, I don't think I can go back. I don't think I can go to hardware. So I'll have the Switch, and then I'll have whatever. I'm gonna do a bunch of testing with Luna and GFN, and the one that does feels the gap better, then I'll use those. But I don't. I'm almost not 100%. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 90% sure that a console wouldn't solve my gaming woes. Even if it's right here next to me, that it's just I can't do it. Because what I think the Switch is the next best thing, you know. And I already have two of them. I have one here, and I have one here. Like I don't see why I would buy another one, you know. Especially a $500 system. I'd rather spend $1,000 on games for the Switch than or a service than buy a console. But that's just me though. Not to play GFN, yuck. But Luna is cool. Yeah, I like Luna. I hope they improve their games library. Not in the sense like Stadia doesn't, but not in that sense. But um, I'm not a fan of the channels. You know what I mean? And they need multiplayer and they need social features. Mm. Yeah, so I had a long time before I can admit depression, a geek to sneak. Even now, I don't really know because there's real people out there with real depression. They get, medication. So it's kind of hard for me to say that was depression, but it was something similar to that. The I can kind of understand why it could be depression because obviously I was doing good on the business side, I was doing good with the family, we had everything was working out, so there's no reason for me to feel the way I felt. um but um yeah, it was hard for me to admit that it was some type of depression, but I can see it now. I can kind of justify it, not justify it, but I can kind of place it in that realm. GFN Game Pass, Luna, Shadow, maximum settings. Yeah, I don't know about Shadow though. I don't think it's worth the money because I would have the same problem that I have in GFN with a lack of games. Plus installing and updating. Ugh, going back to that. Yeah, Luna is going to be probably the best for me. Luna and GFN. They suck. Yeah, man. Google definitely sucks, man. And I got a Google phone too. Yeah. They definitely need to work on their image because right off the bat. So now for sure, anything else that comes after that with so many things that they just kind of dropped and not let it bake in the oven long enough. It's gonna be tough for anybody to invest on anything Google. You know what I mean? So Michelle, Michelle is a day one. Yeah, she was the like I'm about like I'm willing to say if we go back to my very first um Animal Crossing stream because I got rated on the second show, but I think the very first one Michelle might have stopped by. But she's like me and Michelle go back what November 2019, no 2020 after the pandemic. Yeah, she's my rock. So all those YouTubers, Young Yia and those clowns, are definitely going to say, "I told you so." Yeah, they're already going off like crazy on Twitter. Whatever, they have nothing better to do. This is like tax returns for us. Yeah, it's big money. I really don't like those YouTubers talking smack all the time. Yeah, they get boring. I kind of bring it upon myself for going into like Twitter fights and like commenting on those negative videos, but whatever. I believed in it. I still believe in it. It's just that Google didn't believe in it as much as we did, I guess. Mine won't be much though, but hey, it's free money. Yeah. So basically, our games were free. Yeah, and for the next 3.5 months, Pro is free. So if you were signed up to Pro, you don't have to pay until January. I wonder if that means the Pro games from Saturday aren't going to show up, which is definitely going to throw off my stream. Oh, by the way, guys, I said it in the beginning of the show, but so even if the Pro games aren't accessible, I'm still going to stream Stadia for the charity event that I have. So tomorrow is going to be a busy day for me. I'm going to do the scrub down tomorrow morning, same time as right now. Obviously, it's going to be kind of rough because a lot of the articles are going to be Stadia's dead, like for real, like confirmed, YouTube videos, whatever. That's going to be my way of coping, seeing what what the vibe is, what the atmosphere is. So I understand if you're still taking time to process it, you might not want to show up for that show. I process things differently. I'll go straight at them, so I'm gonna do that tomorrow. And then I'm still gonna play with Megu. I'm still gonna do the party streams until the end. So Megu's gonna play. I think I'm gonna show her Trine 4, which is a platformer puzzle game, but it's really pretty. It's a really pretty game. So she's gonna play that. Hopefully, if nothing comes up for her, I haven't checked the schedule to see if she has a wedding. And then at 9 p.m. my time, which is midnight California, 3 a.m. Eastern, when the Pro games become available, if they become available, I'm gonna stream for the Red Cross. And I think me and any vet like Winstar knows that anytime somebody has issues in the military when they're deployed, Red Cross is the number one thing they rely on, whether for care packages or emergency messages, dealing with loss. A lot of the things that the Red Cross does affects the military members, the veterans, in a positive way, I think. Not to mention that Florida is going through a bunch of through a scary time right now with hurricanes. Puerto Rico went through some tough times recently with the hurricanes. Canada is having issues. They got hit pretty hard. So it's hurricane season. A lot of disasters are going to be happening. So Red Cross is going to help. So that's my charity stream is going to be for the Red Cross. So if you donate between now and the end of my stream on Saturday, your name is going to get put on a wheel, and we're going to spin it. And anybody that donated can has a chance to win $50 Amazon gift card. It was originally supposed to be a Stadia game, but we can't do that now. So $50 Amazon gift card. So go to redcross.org/donate, and there's a portion where you can put an honoree. Like if you want to name somebody, just put Carrying from the Clouds. Donate whatever, even if it's 10 cents, whatever you can donate. And then once you go through the donation process, you're going to be able to send an e-card to somebody, to the honoree. So just send it to my email so I can add it. And then if my email is on a community post on this channel, so lvp1980@yahoo.com. So put that on there, send it out to me, and then I'll make sure you get put on the wheel. And that goes for everybody. So some people are going to do it after the stream. I'm going to try to do it towards the end of the stream, so that way you can see that it's fair, and there's just like a random selection. But yeah, so you can enter it that way, and you get to feel nice about yourself helping all the people that are struggling right now. And you get to watch me play games. If the Pro games aren't available, I got a bunch of games at the bottom of my library that I haven't even opened, so I'll review those instead. But I don't know, I have a feeling, well, I don't know, I can't even guess anymore what would happen. So yeah, so if you feel like donating and you want to get a chance to win $50 Amazon gift card, go ahead and do that for me. The instructions are on the post on the community page for this channel. Let's see. I love adventure, puzzle, horror, all in one. Oh, all together. So like that's exactly what my Megu likes, but she likes the 2D versions. She's not a big fan of the 3D versions. She got dizzy with Guilt. Not dizzy, she just didn't feel it with Guilt, but she loved Little Nightmares. I mean, yeah, man, but be honest, I have to figure out where to game, because xCloud and no bueno for me, but we'll see. Yeah, try Luna. Give Luna a chance. A lot of the games on there aren't economy. But right now with Ubisoft being free, I kind of manage. You know, me and my sis kicked our dad off the TV all the time. Yeah, that was me. That's how it is now here in the house. I don't even touch it. I don't even touch it. Like sometimes I touch it, just I turn it on just to mess with him, and I'll watch some boring news or something. Gets him off the TV. Oh man, dad never gets a break. That's what the woes of having two daughters. They can't say no. They're both good. A Steam Deck, of course. Yeah, Steam Deck would be nice, but for me, because I'm not like there aren't like Cowboy says, I don't know anything about video games, so I'm good with the Switch for now. So what's everyone issue with GFN? You can get 3 months for $10, so that's only 40 per year. What? No, you can't. What? So what's everyone? You can get 3 months for $10. Oh, how do you do that? I want the 3080 tier. I want to test that out. They're working on the next console as we speak. Is that the Switch? So what's everyone issue with Game Pass? You can get 3 months. Oh, that one. Oh, Game Pass. It doesn't work over here. I get screen tears. I get pixelation. That was a while ago though, so I gotta test it again. I did the one free month for $1. GFN has the better selection. GFN, yeah, but then you have to buy that. That's the problem. I don't. And then you can't, like I said earlier, whenever I jump on my phone to play GFN, it's like, oh, you can't play that phone. I mean, you can't play that game, or you can't play that game. You need a keyboard and mouse for that game. I'm like, oh my gosh, they should just mark them for the ones that are able to play on mobile and the ones you aren't, or the ones that are required keyboard and the ones that are only a controller. I mean, okay, I wonder what he is going to say. He did already. He was streaming earlier. He did a stream earlier, and I was listening to rock, so I couldn't jump over. But later on, once I'm kind of cruising, I'm gonna go listen to his VOD. Had to retype that. Luna should take this opportunity to dig up a Stadia's grave and capitalize off their downfall. Just saying, yeah, I think they will. I think they should, but they can't do it until they expand. Right now, it's only in the U.S. So until they go to Europe, preferably third world countries, they're not gonna. They're not. They can't do much. What can they do? You know what I mean? People in the U.S. Can only bring him up to so much. They can only do so much, in the US. There's levels, but depression is depression. Yeah, I think you're right, Geek the Sneak. And then the older I get, the more I can recognize anxiety. I never used to be able to recognize anxiety. Like I just felt like I lose my breath sometimes, and I thought, oh, what's going on right there? What was that? It's like, you know what I mean? Now I know, okay, that's anxiety. That's nerves. That's my body going into, nothing happened. I could just be sitting here, and a thought comes into my head, and then my breath gets taken away, and I didn't know what that was for a long time. And then after, I don't remember how I figured it out, but so it turns out that what our bodies used to, what we used to do as cavemen, for the you see a lion or a tiger or something, then that's how your body reacts. So it gives you that boost of that what is it, that fight or flight response. Well, now that we don't have to worry about lions and tigers and stuff, so work, co-workers, bills, rent, all that stuff is what causes that. Those are the tigers now. And so I didn't realize, I forget what audiobook I listened to, but now, ever since then, I can recognize it. And so like sometimes just filling out paperwork gives me that. I'm like, oh my God, I'm happy to go show up to military training. I'm like, oh, even though I'm the boss, even though I can pretty much do whatever, I'm like, oh my God, I don't like that feeling. So then I just have to take a beat and kind of breathe it out. But yeah, it took me a long time. I was in late 30s easily before I recognized that feeling. No, my guy Squids with his direct streams and lo-fi monk. They can still do, or they can do, yeah, they can't do Luna to YouTube. I'm sure there's a way. They'll figure it out. When you're a proactive person, sometimes stagnancy or complacency can feel like or turn into depression. If I'm not working on something, I begin to feel that way. Yeah, if I stay home all day, yeah, it's bad for me, man. I gotta go out. And then sometimes when I'm out all day, that's bad. There's gotta be a balance. If I'm out all day, I can't wait to go home and just relax. And then when I'm home all day, I can't wait to go out and do something. So you just gotta balance it all out. Same with family. You got personal life, you got family life, you got a work life. You got to be able to balance all those things. It's I want to say it gets easier with age, but I'd be lying. I enjoy the people. We're still gonna be around. I'm still gonna be around, guys. So even if it's not Stadia, it's gonna be something. Even if it's just me, just flapping my gums, as they say. So here's a fun fact. The more you know intelligent, the more likely you are to become depressed because you contemplate a lot and see things for what they really are. That makes a lot of sense. My brother, he's very, very smart. He has a master's degree in behavioral science and he's a little bit off. And I think it's because he can process information better or faster. And so when something comes in, actually not better, faster, because like he's one of those that thinks the pandemic is fake, but he might be right. I don't know. I don't think he's right, but the thing that what I'm trying to say is that he's got so much in his head and everything's just kind of moving around, trying to make sense of everything. That yeah, I can see how somebody could kind of go off the deep end by overanalyzing. It was too soon. They should have at least gone 5 years or something. Yeah, man. Like I always say this, but the IRS gives you 5 years to fail. Google. I guess Google doesn't. Someone who doesn't pay attention to these things usually like live the best lives because they don't know any better. Yeah, like ignorance is bliss type of thing. I can believe that. Yeah, you were my salvation during the pandemic. Oh, me and you both, Michelle. My rock. Yeah, you and me both, man. I don't know if I could, because I mean, I love my girls, but jeez, they were on me all day. Watch my vlogs from then. You can see we always have to find something for them to do. Otherwise, we let them watch TV, and then you feel guilty that they're watching TV too much, or you let them do something. Oh my God, can't wait for that scrub down. Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll see. We're gonna I'm gonna change the name to Scrub Down, not Stadia News, obviously, but I'm still gonna keep it, and then whatever interest I'm into, then we just dig into those. I'm kind of like that. I really like going deep into things. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. Good for the finance side, bad for Stadia because now I was all in. Red Cross had to call them for my stepdad. Yeah, Red Cross is huge for VA for veterans. Big, big. So if you have any veterans, you donate to the Red Cross or anybody in a disaster zone. You're always helping out with that. They were a salvation for the pandemic. Very true. Yeah. Well, they better not cancel my Google Fi service since I left T-Mobile. I wanted Google Fi too. Guys, I'm alive. Leah, yeah. Wait, did it hit already? Thursday afternoon, right? Yeah. How was it? The hurricane blew away my trampoline. Oh no, that sucks. I have to go back then and check it out. And people are jet skiing on the streets, so we left. Oh, okay. So you guys got flooded then. Wow, that sucks. How late am I to this? Hold on, let me check. Uh-oh. My thing's freezing up. Uh, okay, not too crazy. People are jet skiing. Leah, oh my God, Leah, I'm glad you're safe. Beware of sharks swimming down your street. Alligators, not sharks, alligators. That trampoline is probably somewhere in Alabama. Hi, Leah, I'm glad you're safe. Yeah, I'm glad you're safe. Oh, good to see you here. Oh, wow, I'm relieved. And my neighbor's boat sank. Oh, it's funny how boats sink when they can just float. And a tree fell on my neighbor's house. That sucks. Hey, Stadia. Hey, how's it going, Jeff? I hope you're handling the news okay. Does my thing glitch when I go like this? Does it go into like low frames? I think I have too many moving parts in my stream. I gotta fix that. Oh wow, Leah, the videos are wild that I have seen. Hope you and the family stay safe. Yeah, stay safe, man. My new boss lives over there, so we don't know. We haven't heard from him yet. Winstar, are you new mod or like did you change your name? He's new. He's from the Stadia community, Leah, and you're from the Animal Crossing community. I am new. I feel that like the video, everyone. See, Leah was always on it. She did like to troll some viewers before though, right? Yeah, remember that? Remember we used to troll our guys watching? Okay, I have to go because my mom is getting mad at me for using her hotspot. Bye. Oh, okay, bye. Bye, Leah. Stay safe, okay? It's not over until everything's cleaned up. The wind from that hurricane is so strong. We feel it in Atlanta. It's so windy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's huge, man. It's so crazy. Um, yeah, everybody. So hopefully all of you stadians, I'm gonna call you stadians, aren't too sad. Remember, you can be disappointed, but I think we'll be okay. Uh, we'll be okay. You know, I have no I have a lot I have a lot of confidence that it's not really going to affect our relationship with the viewers and everybody. So the community is still going to be around, whether it's on Luna, GFN, or Xbox, or PlayStation, or whatever it is. Once you get along with somebody, it's if the bond is strong enough, I think we'll be around for a little while. So I'm gonna take a break here. Let's see. I'm gonna do a Spanish stream later to close out. I don't think. I mean, the name of my other channel is Nube Stadia. so, so what do I do? Any suggestions for that? It's literally Nube Stadia, which means Stadia Cloud. So what if I just call it Nube Games? That sucks. I just thought about that too. Nube Cloud. Yeah, Nube Cloud. No, but then that would be Cloud. So Nube Games, Cloud Games, Nube Juegos. Hey Chris, hello, welcome. Yeah, but Nube Cloud means cloud. So I'm thinking more like Juegos Nube. Yeah, Nube Juegos. Juegos Nube. Juegos doesn't sound right. Juegos Nube means cloud games. Probably do it that way. Yeah, it sucks. I had a cool little logo and everything. I don't know how much time I spent on that logo, but I made it myself. It had Google. It got a little bit of the Google look to it. But oh well. Yeah, Nube Games. Yeah, Nube Games sounds about right. Juegos Nube. Hate to hear at the dark times, but hope everyone's well. Yeah, we'll be all right. It is what it is. Look at that. I'm sweating. How am I sweating? I slept 12 hours yesterday. So what happened is Tuesday night, I was working on this design you're looking at right here. I'm going to show you guys this. It's going to cut off my microphone. So I was doing all of that. And then once I got into it, I got hooked. And I finished like at 5, but I had to go meet my new boss. Not meet him. I know him. He's my friend. Go with my new boss to do some stuff. So I was like, oh, sleepy. I went over there. We did some stuff, and then when I came back, I did the stream with my daughter. And literally, as soon as I ended the stream, I laid down and I didn't wake up till this morning. So I was burnt out. So remember, when you get old, you can't just catch up on sleep. It'll catch up to you. Looks nice, the new layout. Yeah, I think so. What happened is you're looking at 3 different videos. Like the background is one video. This chat. What the this I can't point at it. Yeah, this chat is a different video, and then the square around me is a different video. So that's 3 different. And actually, this one's a different video. So I was just messing with the layout, so that's why they're all different. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all those videos, take into Premiere, put them all together, so that's just one video, and that way there's no lag for when it's processing. And I think that would be the better option. And I gotta do that with like a bunch of the different plates. But I didn't realize that it got rid of all your inputs and outputs and all that, so I had to redo everything, and that was sucked. If you look at the start of yesterday's stream after Jeff got done and sent it to me, it was it was a mess. It was a mess. I forgot to update the titles and all kinds of stuff. Hey, cloud validation, how do you handle it, man? Cloud EV, we were just talking about the hardest thing is going to be for us to get community events going, man. let's brainstorm some stuff, man. I was about to take a break, but let's brainstorm some stuff using the services that we do have, at least until we still have 2.5 months. So we're still good. But after that, how are we going to do the big events? GFN and Luna don't have cloud. What do you call community features like chat and texting, not chat and parties. GFN doesn't have PUBG. Yeah, Stadia was the only. I wonder if xCloud has PUBG. Yeah, but as far as I know, Stadia was the only one with PUBG. Do they have any multiplayer games on Luna that aren't Ubisoft? What platform is everybody going to move to? I don't think I'm going to further invest in any cloud needs 10 more years. I'm thinking Xbox or 3080. Nah, I can't. I gotta stay cloud, man. I gotta stay cloud. Um, yeah, I'm definitely disappointed about the outcome here, but if we all leave cloud, then the cloud is never gonna show up. So I'd rather go through the grind right now, in my opinion. I'd rather go through the grind and improve any service that's available right now so that when it does hit mainstream, then we have something that we love instead of, you know, like Stadia was it, but couldn't pull the numbers because of the Google brand and their history. So I don't know. It's gonna be somebody, but yeah, I was just explaining to everybody that I can't do consoles, man. There's no way I can justify a PS5 or an Xbox. I don't use my TV in the house that much. If I plug it into here, it kind of defeats the purpose if I have a 2K monitor and I can't play it in the car. Mm. So if I go the console route, it's not gonna be the hardware. It's gonna be the software. I still gotta check xCloud, see if they're doing better. I know PlayStation's struggling with their cloud stuff. I play everything, so it doesn't really matter to me. Collaboration. I've been waiting to see what you had to say about all of this. Yeah, he's disappointed too, like we all are. Um, as far as I know, no Stadia was the only place you could play PUBG in the cloud. Yeah, cloud is basically Netflix. It'll take off once they perfect it. That's all it is. We just gotta get. People don't even know. I guarantee you, I had a list of videos that I was gonna do. One of them was gonna be, I guess I can say this one already, but one was gonna be, you guys know what Omegle is? Omegle, it's like your random webcams. So I was gonna do a thing where I would survey people on Omegle and ask them about cloud gaming, and yeah, it's on Luna too, Devin. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Um, yeah, we turned the gameplay into to a funeral for Stadia, but yeah, so I forgot what I was saying already. Hmm. Yeah, I don't think I can do console though. Refund on man. Oh man, it is 4,000. Oh, 4080 time. Yeah, it just came out too, right? I just saw the 3090s for $1,000, and that was on 50% off. The only way you can play PUBG in the cloud right now is shadow or maximum settings. But if you don't want a PC experience, forget it. In 2009, when Steve Perlman introduced on live, I thought for sure it was going to change the world. Oops. Then when Stadia took over in 2008, 10 years later, yeah, I thought the world was ready for it. Yeah, so it's going to be 2029 next. It's not that far. It's not that far out. 7 years out. Does David Wilson have Twitter? He does have Twitter. Yeah, he's on there. Unfortunately, the world is not ready for cloud gaming and will not be for at least 10 more years. Yeah, well, I'm ready. So I'm going to keep playing it until it works for me. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. Um, let's see. I'm in my mind, I'm trying to calculate how much time I play off of my PC, right? So if any hardware makes sense for me, right now it would be PC. Uh, You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to think. I play on my phone a bunch. I play on my TV once in a while, not as much as before. Yeah, so yeah, it doesn't. I can't do it. I can't do the math to why I should buy a new PC or console when I have two switches and this computer that can play on the cloud. I just can't do it. My brain doesn't allow me. I don't know what it is, man. Let's see. I think I missed some stuff. Oh yeah, I missed playing PUBG. Yeah. Hold on. Let me catch up. I think I missed some stuff here. Damn, I'm gonna miss playing. If a In a way, GFN 3080 is cloud and local PC, so it's the best of both worlds minus the PC game collection. Yeah, so that's my problem. I mean they have what 118 free titles, and then I've been collecting games with Epic, but they don't show up on GFN. So does Steam do the same thing where they give you like free games once in a while, or any good games that are in there that are worth claiming? I'm taking my refund and reinvesting. Yeah, at least we're getting our money back. That's for sure. That's a good thing. Refund. Okay, Dirt 5. I saw that. The only way is Devin. Are you in Hawaii by any chance? I see the Shaka sign there. He's on Twitch, by the way, guys. Oh, we got some people on Twitch. Hello, everybody. So I just recently started dual streaming. So if I don't catch your comments from Twitch, then let me know. Like, sometimes I look down here at the YouTube chat. So the only way you can get, okay, I saw that. But if you don't want a PC experience, contact me. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just David. I think if you just put at David Wilson something, it pops up. I've been a big stream on the last day of Stadia. I'm probably gonna stream all day on the last day of Stadia. Somehow, some way, I gotta figure it out. I'm sure I won't be the only one, but I'm gonna stream. I'm gonna be streaming when the server shut down. You know, so that's the plan at least. So hopefully nothing changes, or hopefully it changes and they bring it back. I don't know. We never know. I'm still hopeful. It could still happen. I've been cloud gaming since 2010, so I wasn't too excited for current cloud gaming because I knew it already worked. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that was Stadia was number one for me, man. That's the first time I saw it. PC will help with before. Okay, I think I said this before, but before I found Stadia, I was playing PUBG Mobile on my computer with not an emulator, yeah, emulator. And the only reason that I jumped on Stadia was I was looking for solutions because PUBG Mobile on the PC started. I guess that's considered cheating. So they started making it so that you can get into the game, but you couldn't shoot. You can move around, you can loot, you just couldn't shoot. So I didn't. The very first time that happened, I'm going around and I'm trying to shoot somebody with the mouse, and it wasn't working. So I literally messed with all of my settings, and I didn't realize after finding a bunch of articles, I didn't realize they had made it so that emulators weren't working with PUBG Mobile, and so then I couldn't play that one. So then I tried Call of Duty Mobile, and it was the same problem. And it was all emulators. They have little launchers that you can launch mobile games on your PC with it, and so a bunch of them stopped working. And then somehow, I guess from all that searching for video games, I got a commercial for Stadia, and then boom, history. PC will help with content creators too. Prima, the majority of us have PCs or cloud PCs, Ray, myself, so there's still lots of multiplayer games we all could play and still chat here and on there. Well, me and Kai chat on Discord, so I guess we can do it that way. When we play on the Switch, we jump on but see, like there was times where Jeff would be streaming, or I think who else? I think SPG and a few other people would be streaming, and I would either be doing my training or I'd be in the car waiting for somebody, and I would just jump on with Stadia just like that. Boom. You know what I mean? Like Wreckfest and stuff. And I don't think we can do that now. Or at least when it shuts down. PC's the best bet. Yeah, but it keeps you updating and upgrading and downloading, and it's like, it just seems like a never-ending kind of thing. It's pretty sad considering OnLive kept their service going for 6 years on a shoestring budget. Google's worth trillions. Yeah, that's like I said, I'm more upset at Google than I am sad the Stadia's not making it. Steam does not give free games like Epic, but they can get cheap, and you are able to get even cheaper keys from Humble Bumble. That's what I did. I was trying to do that last time with the Village. What is it? The Resident Evil games. I think it was like $30 for like 10 games, and I said I got enough games on Stadia. Womp womp womp. I think everyone here agrees, or majority, that the PC is your next best bet. Yeah, I guess, since I do stream and I play on my PC more, then it does make sense. I'm gonna wait until this one dies though. It has to die for me to justify it, you know. Why? Because you can cloud game on it and play physical games when need to be all in the ecosystem. Yeah. So until this one dies, which I bought, I think in 2012, I'm not gonna buy anything. And then when I do buy one, then I'm gonna make a better choice so that I don't have to keep upgrading it. You know what I mean? Uh, or have it so that I only have to spend a very little to upgrade. Steam does have free to play games though, like Apex Legends and stuff. Yeah, I have those. I have all those claims, but like I said, it's a different feeling when I play on GFN. And you can boot your PC to launch like into a gaming front end. Oh, okay. Kai, this is Kai that I'm going to replace you soon. Huh? Kai, this Kai, that. I don't know what that means. I think that is the issue for a lot of stadiums, because for PlayStation you can move to Xbox or vice versa, but there is no one-to-one service like Stadia. Yeah, that is the biggest issue, man. Like we're literally brainstorming right now. How are we gonna do what we've been doing with Stadia with other services? This xCloud. So I haven't tried it. I haven't messed with the multiplayer on xCloud, but does xCloud let you like chat and do parties like if you were on a console? I get all the Amazon games from Amazon Gaming, so or Prime Gaming gives free PC games. Epic gives free games. All of the Steam sales are amazing. I got that $30 deal. It's fire. Yeah, I should have done it, man. It's gone already, right? How often do they come up with deals like that? PC plays Switch games too, but of course we don't emulate around here. Well, I have my Switch connected to my PC anyways with a capture card. So I can still play the Switch on my computer, on my monitor. Well, I hope you protagonist can defeat me, antagonist, because I'm Primo's new best friend. We're buddies, man. Somos amigos para siempre. I'm still here, y'all. Michelle. Michelle, are you still watching on your TV? You use you always watching your TV, right? Are you ever on your phone or your Chromebook? I thought about launching a Japanese channel to practice my Japanese, but after those weddings that I shot and me struggling with it, I don't know if I can do it. I'd be like, ano ne, nante you know, ano, that'd be half of the stream right there. All right, everybody. I think I milked this enough. So I'm gonna come back tomorrow with the scrub down. I'm gonna change it starting tomorrow. The scrub down. Oh, I'll do it after tomorrow, since it's gonna be the last official like Stadia news scrub down, since we know what the future is. So I'll come back for that tomorrow, and then watch me play with Megu, or she's gonna be playing party stream right after that. And at night, if you guys are still awake, don't forget to send your donations over to the Red Cross and send me an e-card you can make it so it doesn't show how much you donated if you're uncomfortable with that. But yeah, stop by, hang out, and you can win $50 to an Amazon it's an Amazon gift card. All right, that's it for now. Rough day today for everybody. Take your time processing it. You know what I mean? Just remember, it's just a, the community's still gonna be around. even if the platform leaves us. So we can just make, find a way to connect in other ways, if that made any sense. But yeah, rest in peace, Stadia. I'm still gonna be streaming Stadia until the very end, so you can get tired of Stadia before it goes away. But that's it for now, everybody. Thank you, appreciate it. Let me know what you think about my 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 new design here, and hope to see you next time. Bye. Wait, I forgot that I'm supposed to. I forgot that I'm supposed to raid. I always forget. I always forget. Give me 2 seconds. I get too excited sometimes. Let me refresh. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can find somebody. Oops, turned off the light. I was ready to go. We got. Who do we got? Who do we got stream? Who do we have streaming? We got OB Rose. We got Vet. You know what? I haven't rated Vet, so let's get Vet. Let's. Oh my gosh. Let's direct stream. Direct. Whatever that thing is called. To Vet. Give me a second. Let me mute this before it goes off. Yeah. I almost forget, man. I always forget. So copy. I'm gonna go in here. You could probably hear him. He's gonna come up in a second. And make sure you let him know that I brought you. He always sends people my way, so let him know that I sent you, so he knows that the feeling is mutual. So do this. Yep, right there. Oh no, he doesn't have it unlocked. Come on, man. All right, I'm gonna put the link on here. Go tell him to unlock his thing. Oh man, he's gotta unlock it. All right, there we go, guys. So I'll see you over at Vet Stream. Thank you. See you guys next time. Bye.